When last we left our heroes...
You take a look about, and you're on a completely different ship with a different crew. You recognize all of them.
I'm sorry. And I poke it into her back.
As she calls out the name, and you can't make it out. But you know it was your name.
Sheppard, are you okay?
Jek, you hear a series of voices in your head. Try so hard to get them to be quiet.
When I told you I went to the privy, I actually had gone down to the cargo bay. I heard the most valuable items that they're carrying are in the captain's quarters.
All of his clothing just simply falls to the floor as he shrinks inward, and a giant rat crawls out of the lordly clothing. You start working the pouch open, and inside a very finely crafted, bejeweled key.
Oh, damn rats!
I'm gonna run.
You make it back down into the general quarters, and you guys see Avadore slightly open her cloak, and a rat with a key on its back jumps out. For the rest of the night, you all sleep. However, you are sharply awoken with the sound of more bells.
Is this still nighttime? Is this still dark?
Morning.
Morning? Okay.
Am I back in human form?
I'll say the way you can tell is as you start to kind of awaken, Jek, you are in normal form.
Is he naked or did he put back his
clothes? No, I put my clothes back on. I made sure to do that.
Must be breakfast bells. Are we getting a continental breakfast? Did anyone find that out?
Apparently, we will be having a rat porridge.
Ew.
It was almost me.
I was hoping at least like the fixings to make a breakfast sandwich. You know, I'm hoping it's just not one of those instant oatmeal packages you have to put in the microwave. Those are always disappointing when you get one of those.
Do you always see the future that way?
I see a lot of things. I drink a lot.
I'm looking beyond the veil.
Shall we all go above deck and see if those 8 bells were in fact for our morning
Breaking off fast.
breaking?
Let's go get some breakfast.
Very good. Sarah says that she will stay behind to simply pray for a moment, and then she will meet you upstairs.
Pray for a good breakfast, please. All right, we go above deck.
Right. Go above deck.
Yeah.
All right. You are welcomed up at the top of the deck with the day crew in full swing of just getting some work done. You take a look around, looking on the sides of the ship, and it is just big open ocean on either sides.
I look around to see if anyone's eating breakfast.
You see a couple of guys walking around with they seem to be chewing on something, but you can quickly tell that it's basically salted herring that they're just clutching while they still work.
Well, breakfast is being served somewhere. Let's go find that.
Can I find the closest mate and ask him where we should go in order to break our fast?
The crewman points over to the other part of the ship, not the starboard side, but the port side, and says, head on down to the crew's quarters. You'll find food down there.
Sheppard, lead the way.
We do that. We go there.
All right, so heading down there, you make your way down into the crew quarters, which you do immediately start to smell food being prepared.
My smell is back to normal in human form. Okay.
Yep.
Making sure.
You head over to where there's essentially a line of the crew. You see all these bunk beds and fishnet beds, essentially hammocks. But the crew is lining up to go get some food, which you see is a lovely preparation of, in fact, porridge and salted herring.
Great.
There's our continental breakfast.
I grab some food, but then I kind of nudge one of the other crew members, and I'm like, hey, for those of us that are on a pot liquid diet, where do we find some of that delicious liquid breakfast, if you catch my drift?
Sheppard, why don't you make a plate for our Lord, as he should not be standing amongst the commoners. We are here to make a peace.
I just say, hey, Jek, catch, and I throw a fish at him. Like, hey, catch this fish.
It just slaps me in the face because I'm nervously looking around for the captain. I still have like an inherent fear of him because of my experience from the night before.
My lord, why don't you come with me and let's find us a seat, as Sheppard will be in the line for us. Correct, Sheppard?
Sure. I wink. Yeah, I'll do that.
I just pick up my fish and go with you.
And then I'm still nudging that guy, and I'm like, seriously, where's the booze? I know one of you guys is drinking. Come on, I can smell it.
So when we, Jek and I sit down, can I roll like a perception to just sort of like analyze the room and how the crew is perceiving us? If they like are welcoming or if they sort of like are annoyed by us?
They're not necessarily annoyed. You are a slight inconvenience. Mm-hmm. Crews like this, you would probably understand, like, are used to having passengers. So it's just something that they just accept as it's just what we've got and what we've got to deal with right now.
All right, then I'd like to ask a mate there if the ship's captain will be joining us.
The captain eats in his quarters with his first mate and his navigations expert. So they do not dine with you.
Fancy.
Yeah, you would be told that the captain dines typically with his first mate navigations expert. That's when they kind of have their meetings as to plot courses and find the best sailing routes to take.
Sheppard, how's our food going?
I mean, I might have eaten a few servings that were meant for you. I'll make sure I grab some more. and I'm also looking around to see if if I see anyone like discreetly taking any drinks of something and they're trying not to let other people see.
Well, they're not exactly trying to hide it. There's a lot of guys who are drinking some sort of brown ale
hell yeah.
While they're eating.
I look at one of them and I'm like, hey, where'd you get that? I know the food's here. I didn't see where the drink was. I'm just trying to make sure I get my full course.
He reaches down beside him where he's sitting and eating, and he holds up a pretty grody looking decanter, but he's ready to pour you some of the ale.
Oh, I bring out my little drinking horn. I pop the cork off of it, and I'm like, oh, there you go, fill it up. Let's make sure that I'm all liquidated for the rest of the day. That's not the word to use, but
he pours you ale into the horn, all the while just looking at you like, God damn, I hate you here.
Once it's full, I pat him on the back and I'm like, thank you very much. That's good, man. And then I walk off with a full horn and a smile on my face and a tiny bit of food for Avadore and Jek. There you guys go. I couldn't carry too much because I do have the horn and I didn't want to let it out of my sight. But yeah, I did get this much. Here you are.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, I threw you a fish earlier. You're fine.
Can I over-listen to people's conversations and see if anything perks or piques my attention?
Sure. Just roll a general perception check.
20. 16 plus 4, 20.
Really, the only thing that anyone's going to remark about is that the captain seems annoyed today. Seems like he's a bit on edge. He's pretty short with everybody, and so is the first mate, Alexan. So, yeah, they're both real annoyed.
They're on a rat watch.
I look over and I'm like, oi, you guys look like you haven't had a lot of sleep. You all right? Do you need to talk about your feelings or something? I mean, my ears are very large. I'm a good listener.
Just go back to your own quarters.
Well, that seemed unpleasant. I can take a hint, sir. And then I look over at Jek and I'm like, I can't take a hint. I don't know if he's really annoyed or not. I seriously, I'm not
I can't read social cues.
Is this the Who were you talking to?
The general crew.
Oh, General Crew, yeah.
Sheppard, quit annoying them.
I could never tell if I'm annoying or not.
I'm telling you now, you are.
Oh, okay.
Has anybody seen the captain? I feel like he's got it out for me. I'm real nervous right now.
What'd you do to the captain?
No, I don't want to talk about it. I saw a lot more than I wanted to.
Jek, I believe you should.
Is
eat
he
your food.
overcompensating? I've been wondering if he is. Jack, be honest.
I've lost my appetite.
Sheppard, I believe we should speak in Elvish language and discuss our evening.
While you guys are doing that, I'm gonna be picking like splinters out of my teeth.
Okay, I've switched my chat to Elvish. What do you want to talk about?
Let's talk about the key.
The key? Yeah, what do you
Talk
think
about
this
our,
is for?
our plan for the evening.
Yeah, I want to figure out what this whole thing's about, and I assume it's a key to something that's being held here. I mean, otherwise, why would he keep it in his own personal quarters?
It's true, and I think you could be right. It could be opening something that's below deck. Seeing as you do not need much to sleep, maybe later we can use both of you and Jek.
Oh yeah,
to
I'm
see
down for anything. I'm
how
ready
far
to
we
mingle.
can go, and you can keep watch.
I gotta keep watch. Fine. I mean, that's a boring job, but I'll do it. I have my horn. It's all full.
But you would have to stay there. You cannot be sneaking around looking for Elle. You cannot be going about your own personal business. We are here for one thing.
Fine, Mom. That's fine. I'll behave. Mostly.
Sarah will agree and say that if there is any chance to find out what exactly is below deck, I think it would behoove us to find out what it is, especially since those markings look very familiar.
Let's do that.
All right. So nothing else until tonight.
Yes.
Right. Fast forward.
All right.
Montage.
Montage. Really, it's because you gotta have a montage. No. Pretty much, it's not a whole lot happening around the ship deck during the day. Crews are working and the sea is rocking back and forth. No big deal. At the nighttime, we now get to the point where the sun has set. You are in your quarters. Jek, Constitution saving throw.
13.
Okay. Better this time as far as the transformation. It's not nearly as painful.
Great.
Yeah, it feels much, much better this time.
And what was the secondary throw, or was that because of the Constitution?
That was because of the Constitution.
Okay.
All right, so now you guys have your hybrid rat Jek in front of you, which, by the way, I need to clarify. My apologies on this, but your dark vision is only when you're in full rat form.
Oh.
Your hybrid form does not yield you that benefit.
Okay. Fair.
Sad.
Okay, so what's the plan right now? I've been down to the cargo bay already. I can see pretty well when I'm in my full rat form. As weird as that sounds. So, what's the plan?
As far as I know, I keep watch.
I'll be keeping watch.
Don't worry, I will watch you.
I'm going to give you the key. You are going to smell out anything that you feel that this key and whatever is below deck would certainly merge for one, would open it.
Okay, sounds pretty straightforward. I guess I'll go rat form now. So I transform full rat form.
Gonna go full rat?
Yeah, strap the key on my back.
Okay. Jek takes his time to slowly morph down again. You hear the same thing now. You're almost getting used to it, but his bones and everything cracking, but he eventually gets down to his little rat form.
That's gross every time.
So yeah, I'll just have the key on my back and get to going.
All right.
So am I just following you out the door, or?
I guess so. I mean,
I would say so because you were already down there first, so you would know where to go.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
he's gonna
it's
have to
just at
follow
the
you.
end of the hall at the stairs. I mean, I guess you would just keep an eye on the staircase. I don't know how far that is from where we are.
Like with the privy kind of thing.
About 20 feet.
Okay.
Okay. So, I mean, you could probably just stand outside of the room.
Yeah.
and-
Okay, so I have. It's gonna be weird, but I have some wooden stakes in my gear. What I'm gonna do is like I'm just gonna casually hang by those stairs outside the door with my sword or my rapier, and I'm just gonna be using it and subtly looking like I'm carving something out of one of those wooden stakes, just trying to look real nonchalant like. You know?
Okay.
Yeah, that's
All
what
right.
I'm doing.
Yeah, I can't talk to you right now, so I'm just following your cue.
You're going to set up at the that end of the hallway right there, Sheppard. So you're going to be
Yes.
set for a bit. Jek,
Yep.
stealth.
26.
Holy God. Okay.
Do you even want to roll?
Yeah, I still have to, but yeah, they fail. All right, you make way down, and you do immediately hear some people talking, and you see the same set of lanterns down there in the cargo hold.
Okay. Make my way down, avoiding sight. Actually, yeah, I'll go down there first, and then I want to do perception smell to see if I can notice that pondulous scent.
Okay. For the smell, you can do at advantage.
Okay. 20 on the first one. Yeah, we'll stick with the first one.
All right. You do pick up the Pondalosian aroma.
Minty.
Delicious.
Okay, let me
All right.
head over.
You make your way over that way, and you do see that there is a pallet of barrels. They're all tied together. They're in a pyramid formation. Something seems different about these barrels, however. There is a distinct aroma of the Pondolin's aroma around them. They smell very heavily of sulfur.
Is there any area I can see where the key might come into play? Let me go up top one of the barrels and kind of... How is it shut? Like, how is it closed?
They are airtight sealed.
Oh, man.
Yeah, they are not just double banded, they're triple banded closed.
Then I don't know if there's any way for me to open it aside from, like...
Roll me a perception on that.
Yeah.
Your visual perception.
Oh, 13.
Okay. So the thing you notice is anytime something's been triple banded closed on a barrel, there's usually some sort of corking hole that's pocketed. And that's usually for things like fine wines, oils, things like that. If it's stuff like a barrel of salt, it can just be double banded and just closed on top. No big deal. These are sealed tight. There's not even a corked hole in any part of it as well.
Oh,
It's
man.
nothing. These are sealed tight. And you do see on the top of the barrels is the branding of the Pondolin symbol.
I don't feel comfortable opening these or trying to even know how I would. Because I don't want to chew through it and it be like a bomb or something or oil that's going to spill everywhere. If I go to the top of one of the barrels, like I get that it's sealed tight, but is it such a material that I can chew through just a tiny hole into?
You would be able to try. This is much thicker and hardier wood than just a little desk. This is like treated wood.
Okay, so sulfur is what I smell though.
Now that you're on top of it,
Yeah.
it smells a little bit of sulfur, salt, and charcoal.
I don't want to do anything. I don't want to take any actions on it. Let me run back to the room and at least tell them what I found.
Okay.
How many barrels are there? know it's
and
pyramid,
on this pallet, you probably guess that there's like probably 15.
And do I know how many pallets there are?
4.
Four pallets of 15. So 60 total pallets. Got it. Or 60 total barrels.
Yeah, 60
Okay.
total barrels.
All right.
And I will say the only other real detail that you notice about these is if they were to be triple banded sealed, typically they also have some sort of sealant on them, like something like oil or whatever to fill the cracks and everything else.
Would not have been fun to try to chew through.
Yeah, nothing on these. They are dry. There's no resin. There's no oil.
I'm at a loss. Let me flee.
You roll a stealth to get back up the ship's ladder.
A 10. My escape stealths are not great.
Damn.
Right?
Well, the guys are paying too much attention to their little game of cards, so they are not going to hear you. You may go back up top.
Okay. We'll run over to...
Chris, go ahead and roll me a perception.
Okay. Well, that's a natural one. Does that mean I actually...
Well, I was going to hopefully have you...
Step on
No,
him?
I was going to have... no, but yeah, you don't notice him at all.
Great. Carry on.
But the door's not open, so let me just, like, claw at his foot or something like, hey, notice me. Pay attention to me.
Notice me, senpai.
Notice me, senpai. Sheppard, you do feel a little tiny scratching at your ankle.
Like, damn, stupid ass rats. Start kicking at it.
You try to shake it off, but quickly realize, oh, damn it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Jek, I'm sorry. What do you need, little buddy? Did somebody fall in a well? Like, what do you want?
Just run over to the door.
Am I supposed to pick? Oh, okay. I go over and I open the door.
Okay, so I'm gonna go in, transform back, and then just try to explain. So all that I found in there was these barrels that had that pondless scent on it, but it was like charcoal, salt, and sulfur. That's all I smelled was these like 60 barrels that just had that. I didn't find any place for the key. I don't know what's in these barrels exactly, but maybe you guys have some ideas.
Can I roll a perception of like maybe I would know what you can combine with those things if it's something that can create a...
So with that, you wouldn't roll a perception. You would roll a medicine.
Medicine.
That's kind of like a default for alchemy or arcana, whichever's higher.
Arcana. 2 + 4, 6.
No idea.
Can I try?
Sure.
Okay. Let's see. Arcana. My Arcana is the highest. I'll try that. 16. Hi, 16.
16. Sheppard, this sounds very strange to you because if it was a triple banded barrel to be sealed and did not have any sort of coating on it to keep the contents inside, that's very strange, especially since it doesn't even have a corked hole. Like, it sounds like this barrel was specifically made just to hold whatever the hell this is inside, like not wanting people to open it.
It seems like people don't want us to open it. I mean, that's what I've gathered from what you've told me, Jek. It is
Very perceptive.
strange, though. It's very strange. I don't know why someone would want to create something with no intention of being able to open it with that stuff inside, unless they're being used as, like, explosives. I don't know. Do explosives exist in where we live? I forget.
No.
Okay. No, it couldn't be explosives.
I don't even know what that is.
I don't know what it is either. I'm just, I had a dream about something called explosives. I don't know what it is. I kind of want to just go check it out, though. Why don't we go take a look? Well, maybe I could sneak down there.
60 barrels, all triple banded.
Triple bandit. All right. I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm gonna go see if I can figure out something. I'll see if I'm smarter than you, and see if I can figure out what's going on down there. I'm just gonna waltz down there. Let's see what happens.
Okay.
Throwing caution to the wind right now, Devan.
I can see that.
Yeah.
No stealth roll?
All stealth. I'll try.
Okay.
It's probably not going to be great. That would be 12.
Sheppard, you begin to descend down the ship's ladder, and you immediately hear a, "Oi! Who's there?"
I say, "Oh, it's just me. I'm very drunk. I think. Psst, hey, come here. I don't want to say it too loud."
They walk over. "You're not supposed to be down here."
I know. I think Listen, this is embarrassing. I think I left my cock piece downstairs. I was wearing it earlier because, like, me and one of you crew, I don't want to say his name. I don't want him to feel embarrassed or judged. We had a thing going. I left it down there. I just need to go get it.
You left your codpiece.
Oh, yes.
Down here.
You know. I wink at him.
Roll me a deception.
You look like you would
You
know.
lying pervert.
It's a 15.
Jesus Christ. Well, I don't. Who? What? Well, where is it?
I've had an awful lot to drink. I know it's down there somewhere, but things went wet and wild down there. It could be anywhere. Shh. It could be anywhere.
They kind of give each other a look, and he says, "Someone on our crew." And the other one kind of gives a nod, like, "I bet it's denim."
Sheppard, what are you gonna say to that?
Oh, that sounds very familiar. He had a way about him, He had a way about him. A swagger.
He's got a way about him. No, I'm sorry.
Here's the thing. You guys wait right here. I'll go down and get it, and I will conceal it and make sure nobody feels embarrassed or weird about the whole thing, and then we'll just pretend it never happened. Is that okay? Because I don't want you guys to feel weird about it, I don't want you to feel uncomfortable. So sorry.
I don't know how I'd react, so I'm letting dice decide for me. All right, they both shuffle uncomfortably for a minute and then just go, all right, just be quick about it. Hurry up.
I can't believe this is working.
Yeah, me either.
Okay. So I'm like, okay, I'll be right back. I'll be back in just a second, but I'm holding up 3 fingers. I'll be back in just a second. And I wander down.
Hurry up.
I go down the stairs.
All right.
And then I look for the room with all the barrels and such.
It's just one giant cargo hold room.
Cool.
And you see various
So I find it very easily.
big-ass crates.
Great.
Yeah, you're going to have to roll a perception to try to find these barrels.
Okay, I'm rolling right now. As a 19 plus... Oh, dude, dang. So plus 2... 21
You perceive the hell out of it. You find them immediately.
Okay.
Yeah, you find the 4 palleted barrels,
Okay.
and you find them with the Pondolin symbol on the top side.
Okay. Can I use investigation?
Something that you. Oh yeah, go ahead and roll your investigate.
Yeah, I want
That's
to do
actually a good idea.
investigation. See what's going on here. Okay, so that's just going to be a straight 13.
Something that is interesting is the symbol of the Pondolin symbol is not branded on like it usually is on barrels, like everybody does. It is instead painted on. The other interesting thing, as you saw Jek describe, it's triple banded. There is no sealant. And you find that strange because typically triple banded barrels are left to hold some sort of very fine powders or liquids. And there's no sealant to keep it closed.
Okay. I have a crowbar. Can I see if I can pop one of these open?
You might, by all means, can try.
Okay.
With a crowbar, that will give you a advantage, I believe.
I think that is correct. Is
Let
this
me verify.
a strength check or?
Yeah, strength check. Yes, using a crowbar grants advantage to strength checks where the crowbar's leverage can be applied.
Okay.
So in this case, yes.
All right, that's going to be a 17 total with all my modifiers.
You hear the wood starting to give against the crowbar, and it in fact cracks. As soon as it cracks the wood open a bit, you immediately hear the sound of what it sounds like sand pouring out.
Okay. Does it smell a certain way, or is it straight up sand?
Oh, it smells of salt, sulfur, and charcoal.
Is the crack large enough for me to reach a hand in?
Not a hand in.
Okay.
But you would be able to hold your hand underneath to feel the stuff.
Okay, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna hold my hand underneath, and then I'm gonna lick it to try to see if I can tell for sure what it is.
Super bittery, salty to it, so it doesn't actually like have like a salt flavoring to it. I mean, it kind of does, but for the most part, like it's some sort of very distinct powder. Okay. It's not quite sand; it's much more coarse than that, but it's definitely very beady, has a very granular feel to it, and it smells and tastes of like charcoal-y salt with like, I hate even using this descriptor, but this is what my descriptor from Google says, even a hint of urine.
Ooh. Okay.
Ew, you licked pee-pee.
Well, I did say it was wet and wild earlier. Okay, is there anything I can roll to try to figure out exactly what it is? Because when you're describing it, like when you say like salty and sulfur and stuff like that, that's just the description, right? That's not like exactly what it is?
Correct.
Okay. What could I roll to see if I can figure out what it really is?
Nature.
Nature? Okay. Uh-oh. Okay.
Nature or medicine, or in some extreme cases for alchemical use, I'd let you roll Arcana, but it would have to be a high roll.
I'll just stick with nature because I rolled a 17.
Some of these things you have kind of felt before. One, the salty is a saltpeter, so it's not quite salt, it's a variation thereof. And then it is, in fact, a modded charcoal. And these are all things that you think, man, some of these things burn, and then some of these things burn very, very quickly.
And how many barrels of this are there down there?
60.
Oh, good God. Oh, God. That's not good. Okay. I'm going to turn the barrel a little bit to try to hide the crack. Is that... Or was the crack on top?
Crack was on top.
Okay. Do I see anything around the room that I could set on top of it to try to hide the crack in the barrel? The crack in the barrel?
You could probably take one of the tarps from the other like crates and stuff that have like tarps and stuff on them. You could pull that on top of it.
I'm going to do that. I'm going to cover it up. And then I'm going to take one more glance around the room just to see if there are any other clues or anything else that stands out. I guess another perception.
Yeah, go ahead and roll another perception.
Okay, so 16, 17, 18, 19.
Yeah, you think you can kind of maneuver some of the other boxes and things like that around to try to like help mask it and kind of hide it a little bit better.
So I do that, and then I'm getting the hell out of there and going back up top. I'm assuming I'm running into those guys up there.
Oh yeah. You get to the top of the ship's ladder and, well, did you find it?
Oh, yes, I found it, and I would avoid going down there because there's a little bit of a pee smell. Again, really sorry about,
Oh, God, mate, just go to bed.
Okay. I will accept that this was irresponsible on my part to let all this happen. I'm very sorry about the smell. You guys are great. You're just great guys. I'll go to bed and we'll forget any of this ever happened because this is pretty embarrassing, to be honest. So
please go away.
Okay.
Please.
I'm gonna go.
Please go away from us.
I'll go now. Again, thank you. You're great, and you're great, and yeah, I'll see you around. And I head back to our room.
Jesus.
As I get in, I'm just gonna be like, "Hey guys, so I think we're delivering something that's going to be used for an attack. I don't know if it's going to be an attack against Pondulus.
Sarah gets immediately perks up. An attack? What's down there?
60 barrels of things that burn very well. Yeah, it would totally annihilate the ship that we're on. I'm assuming that that's not the plan, to burn, the ship with all the crew on it. But it's definitely what we're delivering, and I don't think it would be used for anything other than some kind of attack.
It definitely smelled dangerous. I didn't want to touch it.
I don't know what kind of material that this is you're talking about. This is something I've never heard of before.
I can't imagine that they would try and destroy this ship, and I don't know that the captain himself even knows that he would transport such dangerous material if he knew that. You said burns?
Oh, yeah. I mean, we're talking burns.
If you would like, you can roll a nature check. With the way he's described it, using your notebook, you can get an advantage on this.
Okay. 6.
Well, reroll. Advantage lets you
advantage.
reroll. Yeah.
That was a 1.
Okay, do you have
Great.
inspiration?
I got nothing. Inspiration.
See if you can use that.
Your coin.
Oh, yeah.
Do that.
Coin spent.
Much better. That was a 16 plus nature to 18.
This, what he's describing, if it were to be exposed to fire, boom.
It is an explosive. I knew it.
I don't know. Do we tell the cat? We shouldn't even know that it exists down there. We shouldn't even know what's in it.
No.
Sarah immediately starts nodding her head like, we're not even supposed to be down there.
Yeah.
How are we supposed to tell the captain, by the way, you're traveling with some sort of dangerous material that could destroy your ship in seconds?
Well, here's the question that I have. Are we transporting it to attack Pondulus, or are we transporting it so Pondulus can attack someone else?
It was a Pondulan noble who had it transported.
Right, but what if he's planning to blow something up and then take over? Let's say he destroys the citadel or wherever all their main bros hang out, while the Jarl is away at the king's funeral. What if he's gonna kill them all and take charge?
I believe we were still going to go to Swamps of Stambo. Were we not? Or were we going straight to Pandalos?
I
believe it would be heading straight to Pondulus.
Oh, we're going straight.
Yeah. Because that was their thing now.
Yeah.
Sarah would remark, he's like, well, we will be sailing through the Grave of Anchors tomorrow, which is an already very treacherous ship run, but our captain seems to have made it before, plus he's got a good first mate and a navigations expert. I say we just keep this under wraps. We try to protect this ship at all costs. We try to keep as little flame down there as possible.
So no fires is what you're saying. Like, I can't go down there and start a fire.
No fires.
Okay,
do
that
not
wouldn't be
start
good.
a fire. No.
Fire bad.
There are 60 barrels of material that can ruin us all.
Got it. Fire bad. Also, you may
Reduce us to
hear
ashes.
some odd rumors about me in the coming days. Feel free to ignore. Just, FYI, I'm just letting you know. You might hear some fun things that...
Sarah doesn't even look at you and just says, as I am often apt to do.
Yeah, just carry on doing what you do then.
Y'all spend the rest of the night relaxing?
Yes.
Yep.
All right. You are all sharply awoken by very rapid firing bells this time. And you're actually hearing the first mate say, "Rouse! Rouse all ye dogs! Everyone out!"
Still night or day?
Day.
Okay.
Okay, so that woke us all up.
Oh, yes.
All right.
You actually hear at this point a thunderous banging on the door as one of the crew says, "Everybody up. Captain's orders. Meet on the deck."
All right.
Everybody.
We come out, rubbing our eyes like we've been sleeping all night like babies.
Yeah. Yep.
Even me, I'm stretching like, oh man, I had the best trance of my life last night. Oh,
You, as you guys make your way to the top of the ship's ladder onto the deck, you see that there is already a crowd, encircling some sort of smoke at the center of the deck.
okay.
That's not good.
No.
Are we having barbecue for breakfast?
You move closer and you see the captain. His first mate is to the side of the crowd, rousing everybody in and telling them to get close and shut up. And next to the captain is the navigations expert.
Hello.
At their feet, you see a pile of scrolls and different parchments, all burned or burning, and you see smashed cartography tools.
The captain is there on deck. He's still alive.
Oh, yeah. And he looks pissed.
That doesn't look good. Who?
Captain Stein, are we being attacked?
Someone on this deck has decided to sabotage this voyage. For at some point in the middle of the night, this rat took it upon himself to steal our maps and my navigations expert tools and destroy them.
Yeesh.
Now, I don't know how many of you seafaring dogs have been with me for longer than a voyage, but we, within a day and a half's time, will be within the grave of anchors. Without a proper course, we have essentially signed our death warrants to be entombed beneath the sea.
That's bad, right? Like, we don't want this. That's something we don't want to do, right? I'm looking around like, right? Yeah.
Captain, perhaps I can be of help. I know my way home. I can help you. I have here a notebook of my travels. I know of destinations. I believe I have the knowledge to recreate such a map for you.
I hope you understand that your group is first on my suspect list of people who would sabotage this voyage.
Yeah, we're kind of fans of not dying, to be honest.
We have no.
Well, as his gaze slowly goes over to Sheppard,
Oh, come on.
and he says, First mate to Lexon. Lexon steps forward and pushes the two guys who were on watch last night, and he pushes them forward and he says, well? They point to Sheppard. Yeah, that's him. He was sneaking around in the cargo bay last night. Interesting. He points to you three, Jek, Avadore, and Sarah, and says, you're confined to your quarters. Lock him in the brig.
Shit.
But Captain, your maps would not be below deck, so there's no way that he would have had any way of grabbing your material.
He throws his hand up and says, enough. Post a guard outside their door. You leave, you die. Throw him in the brig. And he walks off. And at this point, a couple of guys step forward. They do have cutlasses on their sides. And they say, if you would please, back to your quarters. And Sarah very gently puts a hand on your arm. Of course. We'll be in our quarters. And two more step forward with cutlasses on their hips. And they walk straight to Sheppard with shackle irons in their hands.
I nod at the others and give a little wink. And then I hold my wrists out and I'm like, all right, do what you gotta do to feel safe. Make your little safe space.
They clasp them onto you and take you to to the ship's ladder where it goes down to the crew quarters. You, the other three of you are escorted back down below and it put into your quarters where you hear it essentially locked and barred close.
What do we do?
I don't know, but
I don't know what it is, but someone's trying to sabotage this ship from reaching Pondulus.
honestly, I don't trust this captain. This captain had just said that his material was taken from a rat. I believe he is that rat. Mm-hmm. I think he's looking for the key. But
I don't know. It would be a foolish captain to throw away his only safe means of travel through the Grave of Anchors,
Well,
or to destroy his own ship.
these would have been in his quarter, right? And from personal experience, I can say that thing is usually locked up tight.
Jek, what could you tell us about his quarters? What did you see when you were in there?
We've got his work desk and just desk with his mapping tools and such on it, but no other way that I could have seen for anyone to get in, so it would have to be an inside job. Obviously, it's not us, and everyone else has been working with him, so part of his crew, I don't know if it's him, I wouldn't think it would be, but maybe it could be a first mate or something. How can we find this out, though? We're trapped in here, we're confined.
His keys. You said that his desk is locked with a key. Where does he keep his keys?
Last time I saw them, they were right next to his bed.
This seems wrong. This seems off. Something just... All right, for now, let's think of a way to clear our names of this, as well as get Sheppard out of the brig.
Seems that we do know that he breaks fast with his navigator and his first mate, whom I believe was very disturbed with the night before because of said rat. I wonder if any of those two could have plotted something against him.
The first mate would have access to the captain the most.
Agree.
Sheppard,
Yes.
you are locked in a cell.
Yeah.
Luckily, it's a cell with a view.
Hell yes.
One of the side relief holes that is in the side of the ship looks out. There's two cells down here with iron rod bars on all sides. A small sack of hay, essentially, for your bed on the ground. A bucket in the corner, and you see the window that's got some light peering in.
They take all my weapons and shit?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Do I
yeah.
still have my drinking horn?
No.
Those bastards!
I know.
I'll murder every single one.
So some time passes while you're waiting in your respective areas.
Okay.
Sheppard, despite the fact that it's the winter year, you do notice that the seafaring has been pretty amiable. It's been chilly, but it's been some sun, some overcast weather. But right now, at almost midday, you notice that there's a heavy fog rolling in.
That seems ominous.
Roll me a perception check.
Okay. Well, it's not going to be good. Let's see. 3 plus... oh, well, I'm proficient. 3 plus 2 plus 2, so 7?
You hear something that sounds like scratches on wood.
Jek, is that you? I'm looking around to see if, can I see what it is? Does it sound like it's in the room I'm in?
No, it sounds like it's on the outside.
Oh, okay. Someone there. Who's... Jek, are you scratching?
Taking a peek out the window.
Yeah, I'm gonna look.
Perception check.
You little rat guy, you? Okay, that's a 12.
You see what looks like about 7 or 8 shark fins poking out of the water, which wouldn't seem odd except for holding onto the backs of those shark fins. You see what looks like this green-skinned figure with an elongated fish head and an open fish maw that's got a spear trident in the other hand. And those sharks are bringing them forward. And as you start to try to affix your gaze, one actually has been crawling up and pokes his head to the window where you're at. And you hear this gurgly gill sound. And it growls at you, grimacing, and continues climbing upward.
They're probably gonna eat you later, just saying.
As the creature ascends past your window, you do immediately hear some panicked commotion up above.
And I'm just like, well, it kind of sucks they put one of their fighting abled bodies in the brig down here, and I'm saying it real loud. Like, wow, that seems like a bad idea. Huh, weird.
And all of you in your quarters right now, in your cabin, you as well begin to hear commotion happening up above you.
Can we knock on... I know it's locked right now from the outside, but can we knock and see... Just ask what's going on?
Sarah starts to bang on the door herself. No response, and she starts screaming at the door like, "Open it up, we can help! Open the door!"
Can you still turn into a donkey?
No, only if...
only if you experience it in the same day or
No,
something?
I think
No, she can.
anytime, yeah.
if I wanted to shapeshift.
Absolutely.
Yeah, do it.
Maybe. If we got to kick that door down, that's the best way to do it.
All right, let's shapeshift.
Everybody stand back.
Sarah clears out some of the cots and everything so that she has enough room, and Avadore affixes a rope to her body and then slowly begins to go down on all fours to where she very quickly then her body morphs her into a donkey. So you're gonna try to hoof that door open, donkey?
Advantage on door kicking.
You have your hooves, gives you a strength of 14, so you can do a attack of +2 and crunch that door down.
Wow, I rolled a 1.
Oh, God.
No. You don't have
wait.
to. You don't have to roll to hit it. You don't have to roll to hit. It's a stationary object of a door. You're good.
Okay,
So it's just the
good.
D4. It's just the D4 +2 on the damage.
Oh, okay.
You just kick me accidentally.
And then Jek dies.
12, 4, 5, 6.
All right. You hear the door creak and break. It's not quite open yet. It's going to require one more kick.
4, 5.
All right. Avadore gives the door 2 really good kicks, donkey kicks, and that thing splinters open. Sarah immediately rushes outward.
She gave it a he and then a ha.
Yeah.
Hee-haw.
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 Yeah, so Sarah rushes out with her holy book at her side
I
and her
follow
mason
right
one.
along.
Okay. Guys, heading upwards. At this point, let's go ahead and roll initiative.
Do I roll with them? I'm very far away.
Yes, roll initiative.
Okay.
I'll need the highest first.
7 for me.
17 for me.
1.
Dang.
Yeah.
So we're all
right.
gonna die before it's our turn.
I'm a donkey.
So, all right. So first up is actually going to be Sarah. Y'all don't see what she does, but she ascends upward towards the deck. Next up is Sheppard.
Well,
Good job, Sheppard.
do I see the keys for the brig, the cell, anywhere in the room?
Nope.
How big is the hole, the window? How big is it?
Probably like 3 inches.
How sturdy is this cell?
Seems pretty sturdy.
Like not rusted or anything? I want to try something. I want to try to Eldritch Blast the door of the jail cell and see what happens.
No need to roll to hit, just roll the damage.
Oh, okay, cool. 7.
You deal some pretty good damage to the cell. It's about to creak open, but you think another blast will do it on your next turn. More commotion upstairs. Next is Jek.
I will run up that ladder wherever. I'll just follow along to where Sarah went.
All right. When you ascend and you get to the top of the ship's ladder, onto the deck, you see that there are creatures of about probably 7 feet tall,
Dang.
heavily muscular. They have, most of them have like some sort of spiky shell as their pauldrons on their shoulder, and they're holding tridents in their hands. And they are stabbing the shit out of this crew right now.
Can I see where Sarah is? Is she in my line of sight?
Yes, you can see her. She is on her way up to the ship's ladder that leads up to where the stern is.
Okay, I'll just follow her for now.
Move. Avadore.
I would like to change back to my form, Bob.
Human form.
My tiefling form.
Survey says. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, you turn back into human form and ascend up, make it to the top of the ship's ladder, and you do see exactly what I just described. There's chaos everywhere as there is crew laying dead, and these creatures are crawling onto the sides of the ship, getting onto it.
Okay.
Right, next up is Sarah. She gets to the top, and she immediately takes a swing at one of these creatures who is trying to attack the guy at the helm. She succeeds. Not great damage, but she does damage it. Okay, next up is Sheppard.
All right, I'm gonna blast the door again.
Okay, you give the door another blast with damage of
10.
Oh, yes, you blast that bitch right open.
All right.
The crinking of the iron flies open, and you see like where the keyhole part is just completely like starting to melt almost.
Nice. Do I see my gear anywhere lying around? My weapons, anything?
They are put in a lockbox in the room.
Okay.
By the door.
I'm gonna use my move action to run over and just grab the lockbox. Is it a big lockbox, or how big is it?
It's like a foot locker.
Oh, okay, so not something I could pick up.
Not something you would pick up. You just have to like, I'll let you with your movement get over there and open it up.
Okay, I go over to open. Is it locked, or is it just sitting in there?
No, it's just sitting in there.
Okay, well I'm gonna grab my stuff and I'm gonna say, oh, thank the gods, take a drink, and then leave my gear there and walk out. No, I'm kidding. I suit up.
Hey everyone, it's your Dungeon Master Devan here, thanking you for listening to this episode of Party in Peril. You can encounter us on Twitter or Instagram at Party in Peril. And if you liked this episode, please consider subscribing, liking, commenting, sharing, rating, hacking or slashing, and whatever else you can do out there on social media or wherever you listen to podcasts. But thanks again for listening, and remember, roll high, crit hard. See you next time.
Presented by Nerdsloth.
A place for lazy nerds.
If you like what you heard, consider donating at patreon.com/nerdsloth so we can continue bringing you quality shows. Be sure to also leave us a review and share your favorite episodes and clips on social media. If you're looking for more content, catch us on YouTube and Twitch or visit us at nerdsloth.com.